What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. It's about to be that time.
How is everybody doing today? All right. It's October 1st. Spooky season has begun. All right. Also known as Randy season. Okay. At the end of this month, it'll be my birthday. So it's my birthday month. All right. Apologies to Chrissy. I do celebrate an entire month. So we are going to get into chapter 1027. All right, we've got some interesting things to talk about today. You know, I've been busy. All right, we've got the Fate video that just came out. Blackbeard's Fate. You know, Blackbeard and Luffy. All right, getting together. All right, so we got that. You can go and check that out. It's out now. There's some new items in the store, which we'll get into in a little bit. We're going to get into the chapter first. I'm also, I've been teasing the Heat on Feet song, so I'm going to do a snippet today to the members. Members are going to get that early because I feel like I've been slacking on giving you guys some exclusive stuff. So I'll give you that early. You get a taste of that. It's going to be fun. I'm pulling up the chapter now. Over at OnePieceChapters.com. An Unbelievable Disaster is the name of the chapter. Okay. All right. Let's see. What are we going to get into today? What are we getting into? Shout out to Charles. He said the video was great. Love the theory. Appreciate that. And let's see. All right. Zoom in here because I am actually seeing way more pages than I should be right now. Let's go to the beginning. All right. An Unbelievable Disaster. Cover request. Roger flees after doodling on a lion's face. And you got Shanks and Buggy in the background. Looking sad. I'm going to say that this is canon. I'm just going to say this is canon. This happened. Right? This happened. His journey was so involved that this happened. Alright, I've got the OST in my ear now. I am ready to get into this. Alright. Okay, starting with Nekomamushi. Which is good. That's where we ended last week, so we'll pick up from there. Careful. Carrot, the sky suddenly got clear. Alright. That was Nekomamushi hiding his eyes so that he won't transform. Yeah, you don't want to accidentally turn Sulong. Alright. This is just like what happened in the journal. The clashes between Whitebeard and oh, look, we're getting the confirmations here, people. Oh, look at them. They're not even touching. Certified hockey drip.
Certified drip.
They would also split the heavens. Man, Oda is really putting Luffy on a pedestal right now. Oh, man. Alright. Moving back downstairs. I didn't think we would spend too much time up there. But, oh, you know what? Looks like we're going back up there. Alright. What was that tremor? We got Luffy and Kaido staring each other down. Yamato is feeling this one. Alright. So when Yamato used Yamakagami, Kaido actually broke through that. Okay. Alright. Oh, this man Luffy just said, Yama bro, give that sniveling snake a hand. Savage.
Savage.
Luffy is being a savage right now. Oh, man. Shout out to Maxo, member for 5 months. 5 savage months in many ways. Glad to be here. Happy to have you, man. Thanks for being here. You know, all the streams, everything. In the Discord. Momo said, hold your insolent tongue. I know what I have to do. It's not that simple to change oneself. Are we going... I mean, I don't think he's going to do it. I don't think he's going to change right now. Is he going to change? Is he going to change? Alright. Alright. So Yamato jumps onto Momonosuke. Says, sorry, we got split up earlier. Kaido's on the offensive. He's going after them. Lend me your strength, Kinemon Kiku. Yeah. They're dead, people. They're dead. Alright. Okay. So... Kaido comes in with a clash. Yamato stops it. Momonosuke acts like he's hit. God, this is like if Usopp ate this fruit. That's what I feel right now. Like pre-time skip Usopp. I mean, maybe even now. I don't know. Maybe I give him a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. See, I like this. Next page. Luffy using some like old style techniques. You know, this is some pre-time skip stuff right here. Luffy wrapping his legs around Kaido like this in a comical way. Like, this is the strongest man in the world, and Luffy's just... Oh man, this is kind of funny. I like this. Yama bro. I know. You want them all to yourself, right? I mean, that's not what the prophecy says, man. 9 people, but, you know, we'll see. I know he'll land the final blow for sure. Okay, so Momonosuke's falling off. This is going to give us that opportunity for him to, you know, stop Onigashima from falling. Okay. This is the end. Try to grab onto the sky. Dragons don't actually fly. They conjure clouds to use as footholds. I like that. Okay. Dragons dash through the sky. Never-ending story. They're called flame clouds. Yes, call back to 997, 998, around there. Okay, a bunch of rocks are falling, but Yamato is knocking them away. Louisville Slugger style with the Thunder Bagua. It's starting to crumble. This is quite the panel here. Onigashima crumbling, Momonosuke. It's actually... It's pretty telling, you know, it's like you can kind of see the scale of Momonosuke here, which is jarring. It's jarring. Does this mean Kaido's powers are weakening? Alright, foreshadowing his downfall. His flame clouds are unstable. They can't support the bedrock anymore. Let's see. Yeah, Oda's setting it up. Kaido's powers are weakening, so Momonosuke is going to have to use his clouds to supplement. This is bad. Here we go. Can't allow it to reach the flower capital like this. I got big so I could stop it. It's no use, but I have to try. We're running out of time. Look, you can already see the capital. God, this panel of them looking at the capital just really looks like it's taken out a Never-Ending Story. Here we go. Shout out to Isopod. He was the first person to mention it in a stream, and I immediately gravitated to this idea. Back in the 997 stream, we've been talking about this for almost an entire year now. Then you have to use your flame clouds. You're a giant dragon too. That's how Kaido's moving the island in the first place. We can hold it back if yours are stronger. Oh, I just figured out how to fly and I'm barely managing that. Okay. Hold on, guys. I lost my page here for some reason. Catching back up. All right. So the next page, and there's no telling if my powers are exactly like Kaido's. This is true. But Yamato kind of swats that away. You're able to summon flame clouds. That means you've got a shot. If we do nothing, it'll land like Kaido intended, crushing everyone. Yeah, Momonosuke's right. It'd be worse if he was to run out of steam early. His clouds would disappear and Onigashima would be sent hurtling towards the surface. So it's basically like, hey, Luffy, like, you actually can't beat this guy yet because the whole thing's just going to crash into Wano. Oh, wow. Onigashima is stocked with more weapons and gunpowder than you can imagine. The whole island is basically a giant bomb. Even at this distance, there wouldn't be time to evacuate the capital. Now that's an interesting way to use, you know, all these weapons factories and all of this stuff. Okay, all right. I like that. Some more tension on top of it. All right. Ooh. If it falls, the explosion would obliterate everyone, friends and foes alike. Oh, okay, now we're really getting into some... Now we're getting into some stakes. All right. Let's charbroil this. Let's go. We need to stop Luffy. He willingly put everything on his shoulders even though he can barely stand. How can we stop him after that? Alright. Going back to the town, Luffy's the only one who can defeat Kaido. Telling him about this dilemma would only add to his burden. We'll have to figure it out on our own. Yeah, Momonosuke. This is your job, buddy. Alright. Back to the live floor. We gonna get some heat on feet today? Let's find out. Alright. King's Gone Wild. Is this his hybrid here? These wings? How's his wing moving like that? What's going on? I'm confused. Zoro's flying into Frankie. Alright. He's pretty strong. That's hardly a surprise. Frankie offers a hand. Zoro says, nah, I'm good. Knock it off with those aimless attacks. You almost hit my backside, said Queen. Ooh. Ooh, savage. A pity I didn't slit your throat. Okay. King's a savage. Pirate Hunter Zoro. He just cracked King's mask. Oh! Are we gonna get a King's face reveal? No wonder he's furious. No one's ever seen his real face. All right. This is interesting. This must be his hybrid. Yeah. All right. Sorry, Frankie. I need you to step back. All right. All right, we're getting an attack from King. Tankydon. All right. Santoriu. Divine Red Bow. Tiger Hunt. Toraki. Okay. All right, we're actually getting some real Zoro action here, people. All right, next page. Zoro's flying through some bedrock. He's hurt. King's coming back. Whoo, what? Oh, wait. Oh, ooh. Ooh. Zoro just got pushed through Onigashima and outside. If only he knew Skywalk. I'm gonna fall. Okay. Is he gonna use a flying slash to push himself back up? Wait, what? Hold on. Clear Lance. Sky Tanuki. That was close. Hold on, where are they? What is this? You should at least use a blade when you go for the kill. What you just pulled was unforgivable. Alright. I'm confused. What are they standing on? Did he push himself back with that? The same goes for you. What's beneath the mask? Oh boy. Looking at the color pages. The color page is making it a little more clear, yeah, so he pushed himself back onto Onigashima, which is crazy. Man. Wow. Okay. Wow. Oh, we're gonna get a king face reveal. This is crazy. How is everybody doing? All right. Checking the chat for a second here. Let's see. What are we talking about today? All right. Shout out to Nick Can't Snipe. Said King might be able to independently move his wings. After the Triceracopter, nothing surprises me. Yeah. Oh, man. Using his wings. Drunk Ronan thinks Conqueror's coding for Zoro is coming. Yeah, we'll see. He might, I think he's got to really, see it to do it. It's got to click, but it might. Yanasawa said, everyone will die here and One Piece will end soon. Hot take. Maxo said Zoro used up B. Yes. Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. Oh my god. Alright. So as promised at the beginning, I said that we got some new merch in the store. So if you guys want to cop this for today, only this website, I Don't Control It, is doing it 20% off of everything. We got Kaizoku in the style of Supreme shirts here. Kaizoku, of course, means pirate. We got the Heat on Feet stuff, the I Heart OP merch still there. We also have more I Heart OP stuff, the Savage stuff, and then we also have some logo things. Okay, so feel free to get some of that stuff if you think it's cool. And as promised, we're gonna do a little tease of the Heat on Feet song. All right, so everybody get ready for that. It's just a small snippet. I really threw this together right before the stream, this little video, but it's a taste of what's gonna come.
Certified drip. It's about to get spicy. Hey, look, he don't feet, bro. Hey, he don't feet, bro. He don't feet, bro. He don't feet. Certified.
Yeah. So that's coming soon. All right. Also, as I said, that Blackbeard video is out, so you can go ahead and check that out. Shout out to Eddie Heartthrob, my cousin Eddie, out there rocking his apron. Okay, Heat on Feet. It's about to get spicy. It's a banger. It's a banger. I'm looking forward to sharing that with everybody. Okay. I'll give it to you one more time.
Certified
drip. Rock that apron.
It's about to get spicy. Hey, look, he don't feet, bro. Hey, he don't feet, bro. He don't feet, bro. He don't feet.
Oh man. Yeah. So that's coming soon. All right. And let's talk about this chapter. All right. Momo's gonna hold up Onigashima, people. He's gonna hold up Onigashima. It's actually gonna happen. I mean, did we have any doubts? Chin said, does Chrissy like the Heat on Feet music? She loves it. Maxo said, please send me those Heat on Feet stems. Trying to do your own mix, my man? Put some Eddie's got all of that. That's all on Eddie's computer. You gotta hit up Eddie. Oh man. Chitty Bang Bang said hello the way he flips the spatula. Momo, did you see King's tattoo over his left eye on the second last page? Let me check this out. His tattoo. I'm not seeing a panel with a tattoo. Is this something people are talking about and I'm just missing it? I'm really not seeing it. Because even when I'm looking at this bit of his, mask coming off, really all I can see is his hairline. And that's about it. Pretty much his mask is still very much intact, and really only one of the goggles broke off. So we got that. Chin said, which flashback you most looking forward to? Kaido, King, or Fortrix? Do I even have to answer? Of course it's Fortrix. Okay, someone's saying the panel where he says, huh. Alright, so I'm going back. I'm going to find where he says, huh. And let's see. I think that's just a little ripple of his leather. I don't know if that's I could be wrong. But I'm thinking that's a ripple of the leather because we don't see it in the last page. And from that angle, we still would. So I think that's really just Oda fraying the leather in a natural way, I guess. Yeah, I wouldn't get too caught up on a tattoo. I don't know. So who do we think King could be now? I mean, we know he's a Lunarian, right? But doing this, what's beneath the mask? It's almost asking, like, are we supposed to guess who this guy is? Man. And we talked about misdirection earlier in the arc, with who's who, and everybody was like, who's beneath whose mask, and of course it turned out that it, just as I speculated, it was going to be someone that we didn't really know, and that would be misdirection for something else. So if King is actually someone that we do know, then that'll play in. I figured that Sasaki would be Kokoro's son, and that was going to be the misdirection, but we never got that. So who knows what we're going to get here. I don't think it's going to be like fighting his dad and all of this, and Kaido broke his will and then put him in a gimp suit and fed him a fruit, and now he's king. I mean, I guess that could happen. But the only thing that really throws that out of the water is this whole Lunarian business. And the ability to conjure fire. So anybody that's saying that, I might have to dismiss it off of that. But that would be an interesting... shout out to Nick Can't Snipe. Said, heard the craziest thing because King seems to have a darker skin and tattoo. Zoro is living up to his real life job, apparently. Okay. I don't think he has a tattoo. People in the chat are saying Gin is king. Oh, man. Here we go. Charles Walker, John Cena. Vin Smoke Goji. Imagine if it's Denjiro. Yeah, he just keeps going in and out, right, guys? Someone said Wiper. I mean, that'd be cool, but we know that King was with Kaido like 20 years ago, so that's not gonna happen. Shout out to Vasad Fincher, member for 2 months, said, love the bomb, emphasizing Kaido and his calamities. Yeah, I mean, the island itself is a calamity now, right? Brandon King said, Shiryu kills Kaido. Shi means death, Ryu means dragon, me equals mind blown. I mean, that'd be crazy. First, we would need Blackbeard to show up to Wano. Oh man, all the gins in the chat. Shout out to Gum Diesel, said, think there's a possibility Momo turns back into human form during the fall of Onigashima. The shock of seeing Odin again while saving Wano would be quite a shock and a potential good moment. So that he literally holds up all of Onigashima as Odin, really replicating the... shout out to Kachik Young. So that he actually looks like Odin holding up the boiling pot. Yeah, no. I don't know about that. I mean, I think it would be a good moment of drama if, you know, we know that Momo doesn't know how to go in and out of his forms, right? So the first time he switches into his 28-year-old self is while he is, like, holding everything up and he falls and, you know, he needs to turn back into a dragon before hitting the ground. I could see that. But I do not see him, like, holding Onigashima up literally as 28-year-old human Momonosuke. Shout out to Nathan Roberts. Thanks, everybody. Said, hey, Randy. Thank you always for great content. Heat on Feet snippet sounds fire already. Are you an avid listener of hip-hop? If so, what artists are you a big fan of currently? So, yeah, I am an avid listener of hip-hop. I also spent a long time in the music industry, you know, also with the film industry. I used to do tour cinematography for a lot of artists. You know, I even shot for Kendrick Lamar, you know, when he was first starting out, and so a bunch of people, you name it, I probably worked with them. But my favorite artists are, you know, like Nas, Lupe, Pusha T, Kanye, bunch. Kendrick, that's great. Currently, like, new guys, I'm kind of out of the loop on a lot of the new artists. The anger vein in King's forehead. Zoro's heated too. Do you think anger will stay? Well, I mean, it depends on if Oda is setting this up as Zoro has an even deeper layer to be angry at this guy, because there's potentially some history between the two of them. I don't know if that's really what he's being set up for, but at the end of the day, there's plenty to be angry about, right? I mean, there's just in general, this is a war. King is in Zoro's way. He's in the crew's way. So Zoro's got to get him out of there so that he can get back to, you know, potentially helping the rest of the crew and Luffy with Kaido, you know, and all this other stuff. So, yeah. Pukiaki said King is Ushimaru's brother. I mean, it would be interesting if he was like a Shimotsuki, but at the same time, we know he's a Lunarian, so it kind of doesn't make any sense if he was actually from Wano. Jax224 said, imagine if we're building to an inversion of Duval. Now that's interesting. Shout out to 936. I love that. Shout out to ATH. Yeah, that subscribe button is there, guys. There's plenty of content. Shout out to Abduo. Thank you. Looking at the hairline and all that, I was like, I mean, kind of looks like Bullet, you know, to be perfectly honest. But you know, that would completely make Stampede non-canon when, you know, we have Oda already giving him the gotcha no me, I think it was. I'm stuck on this thing about imagine if we're building to an inversion of Duval, right? Because we talk about that a lot here, you know. Dressrosa is just Alabasta flipped on its head. If, you know, what if Crocodile won, right? And you have almost all of the members of Doflamingo's crew mirror, you know, or like are different, slightly different variations of like the Baroque Works members, you know, like Gladius and Mr. Five and Mock Vice and Miss Valentine. So we have the Duval moment where Sanji, as a gag, finds someone that resembles his wanted poster. So let's entertain for a moment that this is Ushimaru, right? This would be an inversion of Duval, because when that mask comes off, Zoro will be looking at an inversion. Only the hair is because that hair is green. That would make Zoro a Lunarian. Heat on swords. Heat on swords, bro. I mean, that would be fun. But I just have to, you know, you have to get rid of all of the Lunarian business. It actually would have been really great. I don't know. Shout out to Anonymous. No one knows who you are. Shiryu can be anywhere like John. Just catching up on the chat a little bit here. Nick Can't Snipe said, it's a funny coincidence, but Zoro being a cop as his IRL job, fighting people like Hody, Pika, Miss Monday, Mr. Wanna Know, King. Zoro is canceled. I mean, I don't know why we're talking about this. Yeah, he was a bounty hunter or whatever, but I mean, you're really stretching here, man. Because I don't even really see that with my man King here right now. Shout out to Scout Treese. Do you think the fire currently spreading through the castle could make the gunpowder on Onigashima explode, even if the island doesn't fall? Ooh. Yeah. Or, oh man, I just figured it out. Maybe Onigashima, because of the fire, gets so hot that it becomes a burden on Momonosuke while he's holding it up. Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of layers of dirt to get through. Maybe not. But I guess that would actually make a parallel, though, because the burning of Odin was beneath him, and the burning for Momonosuke would be above him. God, Oda just loves doing stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something there. Onigashima is going to be on fire, for sure. Joker. Stampede, worst movie ever? Bro, I mean, like, that the Animal Kingdom Chopper movie exists. That's your worst take ever, bro. Like, you got some bad takes. You know, every once in a while you have a good one. Mostly they're bad. But that's, like, no cap. That's your worst take ever. Stampede, worst movie? I mean, you could say, like, you didn't like it. Even if you said bottom 5, I'd be like, I don't know, but all right. But worst? Have you seen that Chopper Animal Kingdom movie? Movie 3? Worse than movie 3. Worse than movie 5. That didn't even feel like One Piece. They were doing like magic with the swords and stuff. Do I listen to J. Cole? Yeah. But I haven't really been vibing with a lot of his albums since Forest Hill Drive. And Born Sinner is my favorite album that he had. Actually, I mean, I got to give it up to the warm up mixtape. I mean, that's probably the warm up and Born Sinner. Those are the things I go back to the most. Wasn't a huge fan of KOD, and the new one was like, all right.
Savage.
DD said he had a super chat at the start of the stream. Let me look that up. My bad, man. AJ, my guy. Animal Kingdom Chopper is worse than most One Piece fan fiction. Spitting. My man is spitting. Listen to my man. All right? This is facts. This is canon right here. Literally, it is terrible. And I'll give you that too. Like the character moments between, like Usopp and Luffy, like they got that, but they didn't understand the world. Whoever wrote that understood the characters, but not the world. And that's like that's a big issue with like even a lot of filler in the anime. Like sort of, they understand the core things. Like, oh, okay, these are the traits of the characters. This is the way that this is supposed to go. But then they don't understand the world, and they get lost in this like magic stuff and like stuff that just really doesn't make any sense and doesn't mean anything. So shout out to DD. He said, heard people saying Luffy giving Yamato a nickname deconfirms them for Nakama. Thoughts? Sounds ridiculous. Well, let's see. Did Luffy have a name for that wasn't their names? Because everybody else has the only Straw Hats that make any sense to me, because Luffy had time with them before they joined, was Robin and Frankie. And I don't necessarily think that it deconfirms them, but I mean, there's a case for it, right? Because I mean, Luffy's basically calling Yamato the same with the same way that he talks to Law. It's the thing about trying to predict the crew guys. It's always so tough. Oda's gonna pull the rug underneath until we like really get that full Yamato flashback, the full one, not just one chapter. I'm not even like saying it's confirmed that Yamato's joining. Bill Papp said this is literally Birdcage 2.0. This is literally Rygo 3.0 then. Or Shinokuni, the Alabasta Bomb, the Buster Call. You know, this is... Oda does it finds a way to do it in just about every arc. The Noah Falling, right? I mean, it's the same thing. This is you know, like 10.0 here.
Savage.
But that's also how you know we're in the end game. We're in the end game now. Shout out to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Bang Squared. Hey Randy, love the stream. Quick question. You ever seen Murphy Napier's read through of One Piece on YouTube? Makes me feel like I'm rereading the series with her. I've seen a couple of her videos, yeah. Yeah, you know, I saw a lot of people talking about her in the Discord, so I went and checked some stuff out. You know, I know that Daniel Green is also doing it. You know, we get some booktubers in there, and I like it. I like the perspectives. You know, I try to rather. You know, I'm like a film tuber that's you know, doing One Piece content, I guess. But yeah, no, I enjoy what they're doing. You know, they don't really have a lot of ground to stand on, and you know, it may not click for them yet. So I think the first thing I really jumped at was when she did the Archipelago, and then that's when I went back to. So I watched that, and I watched Daniel Green's Archipelago, and I can kind of judge from how you liked that and how you feel at that point, how you like the rest of the story, and I've been going in and out of the videos for both of them for a while since then. Sebastian Reyes said, I need the Eddie highlights video. It's coming. It's coming. That's going to be one of the next things. We're going to have the Heat on Feet release. All right. Members are going to get the song first. Then, you know, a couple of days later or whatever, give it to the masses. I'm also, as a way to thank members, I'm also going to figure out a way to anybody that's a member and wants like a download of the song when it's out. I'm going to figure out a way to put that somewhere. Let's see. Ooh, catch him back up here. AJ said I liked Fishman Island except for Hody Jones. Hody is just a misstep. There's so many better ways that Oda could have gone, you know, with that message and just made that character just a little more compelling. But it's sort of the same, like, Hody to me is kind of like Lucci. Lucci's obviously better, but their personality is so focused that each of them sort of gets lost. I know a lot of people like Lucci. He's not really one of my favorite villains, though. Eric Telford said, yeah, let's get that track, homie. It's fun. It's a fun one, man. Let's see. Giovanni said Murphy changed my perspective on Fishman Island for sure. I saw I haven't watched Murphy's Fishman Island videos. I know I saw the thumbnail said like, oh, it's masterful, which is a take I've never seen. I think that Fishman Island could be looked at as masterful once we get. It's an incomplete arc to me, similar to how like Thriller Bark was incomplete when it first came out, and people are like, oh, this arc sucks and all this, and you have to kind of like step back and say, you know what, I mean, this is a setup arc. There's a lot of pieces here. Fishman Island, Oda was like, instead of creating like a true beginning, middle, and end structure, he was setting things up like the prophecy about Luffy, destroying Fishman Island, setting up Shirahoshi as an ancient weapon, and also Caribou knowing that Shirahoshi is an ancient weapon. The Poneglyphs, Joy Boy. There was a lot of stuff that was given to us. And I think one of the things that Oda really could have spent more time on, and I said this once before in a stream, is the conversation between Nami and Jinbei. The conversation between Nami and Jinbei about Belmir and Arlong. I kind of want a do-over of that. Like it kind of just felt like it was just being brushed off. And I guess that's supposed to signify Nami's growth, but at the same time, real heart-to-heart, sort of maybe away from prying ears and prying eyes, would have just made things work for me a little more. Shout out to my guy Mark Creasy, said, my G, I'm late to the stream, but just wanted to say, I think King and the Viz God Zolo are going all out next chapter, and I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, seems like things are being set up for a big King Zoro chapter, next chapter. Yeah, 10/28. Yeah, I mean, 10/28, October 28, Scorpio season. Zoro is a Scorpio. It's all coming together. I know it's Libra season now. All right, it's going to be Scorpio season soon. Let's see. All right, what else are we talking about here? Amrit said King could be King Kong. I mean, the hairline matches, but we've seen Kong, and we know that King was with Kaido 20 years ago. So it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I want to see some real legitimate options for this guy. Bendegear, Randy been a while. Thought this chapter was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, we got a confirmation that one of the biggest things we talked about on the channel is going to happen. So Momo's going to hold up Onigashima, and I think that's good. It's a good way to keep the tension going. I like the way that Oda is setting this up. If Onigashima falls, it explodes, and everybody dies, forcing Momonosuke to hold it up. If Luffy beats Kaido too soon, Onigashima falls, everybody dies. There's like a catch 44 going on here. It's not even a catch 22. It's really all on Momo. It's a test of stamina, and this is going to be the greatest character moment for Momonosuke that this series is going to provide. Can he's already physically grown. Can he mentally and emotionally grow? Can his will grow? Can he manifest his desire to save his people and to defeat Kaido? Can he manifest that into holding Onigashima up? We're going to find out that the answer to that is yes. But the journey to get there, I'm hoping, is going to be interesting. And I'm sure it will be. I'm going to head back and I'm going to look at the chapter a little more here and see if we can pull some new things out. Chin said a week of theories on King's race. What's behind his face? Oda did it again. Yeah. Eric said, who's currently in possession of Odin's journal? Didn't Yamato still have it? I thought Yamato still had it. Or did Yamato pass it? No, wait. Yamato gave it to Momonosuke, right? Yeah. So, realistically, Momonosuke should still have it unless Momo, like, handed it off to Shinobu. But I don't think... I think he'd hold on to it. I think, you know, I mean, like, that's his dad's book, so... Yeah. DJ BJ32 said, sorry I'm late, bro. Nah. You show up, you're on time. That's how I am. It's cool. We're all just hanging out. Hey, Randy, love the stream. Thoughts? Do you think episode 1000 of One Piece will get a new opening? I'd like that, because I'm kind of tired of Dreaming On, to be honest. I mean, it's okay, but following up Over the Top is just really tough. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Forgot my laptop charger. That would have been bad, because this laptop's about to die. Oh, shout out to Isopod. You know, I don't know if you were here earlier, man, but I shouted you out. Because it's happening. Momo's gonna hold up Onigashima. You know? I've been right with you on that since you said it. So, let's see. Isopod said, the Blackbeard video. There is precedent for two souls in one body. My boys Cabbage and Hakuba. I think that's why Blackbeard never sleeps. Sure. I mean, I could see that, you know, coming from, you know, that perspective. But I still don't think talking about they as in, even if there are multiple people in Blackbeard, you know, not aware of that. And we're not aware of that in Jaya. When they said it's they, it did not mean anything more than that, from their perspective at the very least. Because they do not have omniscient hockey. They do not have X-ray vision to see all of that. AJ1218, Dad and his smokes. Yep. At least I came back. At least I came back. Aaron, does King have Conqueror's hockey? I mean, that's a good question. And especially if he has, you know, hockey drip, because then Zoro can actually practice. Shout out to to Sites 318. Thanks for joining the channel. Appreciate you. DJBJ32 said the chapter is a 7.5. Next chapter will probably be a better chapter. Yeah, this is a setup chapter. You know, it's not. You know, I mean, it confirmed what we've been talking about as far as that, and you know, I mean, like in most cases, like realistically, like. Since 997, the entire community has been talking about Momonosuke holding up Onigashima, so we knew that this was going to happen. So getting through this, you know, the only real surprise, I guess, for the chapter is that, you know, we're going to get this face reveal for King.
Another one.
And I think my favorite part of the chapter really is just this, like, this small little bro moment between Zoro and Frankie. And now that Frankie is, like, that close to the live floor, I'm kind of interested in knowing what he's going to contribute going forward with all of it. You know, that's kind of interesting to me. And Zoro, you know, and his up B, it's just nuts. It's nuts. I'm looking at the chapter now. I'm going through some of this stuff. This was a necessary chapter. We knew we knew we were going to get it, and that's it. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Let's see. Giovanni said, any chance King is a woman? Someone in chat said that's why King doesn't speak too much. Well, I mean, I mean, was the person in the chat trying to say that women don't talk? Because I mean, I don't like that. King's voice actor is has already been revealed. I mean, King's a guy. Would it be an interesting twist? Sure, but also does not have like the physical features to be a woman. So you know, even just in body like shape, it doesn't. It would kind of just seem out of nowhere. Stream's unstable. Oh boy. Let me see what I can do here, guys. Sorry. I don't know how my mic went out. Do not... I don't know what happened there. But I'm pretty sure I fixed it now. Shout out to my guy, Ty. Came through, he said, having mixed feelings about the chapter, a few nice parts, but the barest minimum of info given. Sounds like a One Piece chapter to me, is what I said. And then... You guys should be able to hear me now, right? What is going on? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Stream's fine. So. I'm good now, right? Yeah. There we go. Chin said, I'm using the voice of all things to communicate. Yeah. Nah, I appreciate you, Ty. Thanks for joining the party, man. And I agree with you. I agree with you. This, you know, let's see. It's an okay chapter. It's a setup chapter. We didn't accomplish anything other than getting a W for, being behind Isopod's theory of Momo's going to hold Onigashima. So here's a W for him and a W for us. Boom. Dub City. Next chapter, though? I think next chapter is going to be a chapter to talk about. I'm excited for it. We're going to see what's behind King's mask, potentially. Oda will probably drag that out, though. But also, the Zoro versus King fight can't finish before the other fights finish. I just can't see that happening. Unless Oda has some sort of grander plan and Zoro needs to be somewhere else. Oh, wait, actually. Orochi. Yeah. Oh. If Oda really focuses on... Oh, man. Yeah, this might be the way that it's going to happen. Oda might actually finish this King fight with Zoro first. So that Zoro can rescue Hiyori from Orochi. And kill Orochi. Yeah. That would align with some of the other theories that I have. Oh, man. I'm down for that. I'm here for that. Ty said Uteron had me hyped. What was he saying that the chapter was going to be about? King backstory, Senor Pink level. I mean, I think... I mean, as far as, like, depressing, probably. I mean, we're talking about genocide. So, yeah. Bill said, I hope Oda exclusively focuses on this fight. Yeah, me too. If Oda stays with this fight and finishes it before he finishes like Raizo versus Fukurokuju and like some of the other stuff, it means Zoro has other stuff to do. He's got a bigger role in this arc. I keep my own predictions, so I don't tend to follow those of others. Giovanni said, I mean, King is more like probably equal to Robin's story. That I could see. Yeah. Zoro went out deep. Yeah, he got sent out deep. Oh, man. This is funny. Emil's spitting? What did Emil say? Let me see. Next week it'll focus on Sanji. I mean, that's what I'd like. You know, I want some heat on feet, bro. You know, just in time for the song drop. Yeah, I almost want to wait for like a Sanji chapter to drop the song. Yeah. Diz of the Ghost said, or maybe he beats King and the medicine wears off as he sees Orochi. Orochi attacks and then Hiyori saves him. I mean, that's best case scenario. At the end of the day, that's always going to be best case scenario. Zoro has said that he wants to avenge Tonoyasu. That he has a bullseye on Orochi. But Hiyori said that she'd like to do it as well. And I don't have faith in Oda to do this, but I would love it if Denjiro really did teach Hiyori the ways of the sword in the, you know, during those 20 years. Like, that would just be great. Drake's still MIA. Yeah, I mean, if we go back to the live floor, like, we really need to see what's going on with Drake. And I still would very much like to see him run into CP0. And we just need an update on CP0 in general. You know, especially now that giant pink Momonosuke is flying around. They have to have seen him by now, right? They have to have. Oh, man. Barry said, Randy, Denjiro when? So, Oda keeps, keeps trolling us with, like, the Denjiro stuff. Showing us Orochi really made it seem like we were moving forward towards Denjiro, a storeroom silhouette, and all of this stuff. But actually, if his plan is to have Zoro take out Orochi or play into the downfall of Orochi, then this is actually moving on that through line. By finishing Zoro's fight, he'll be able to get over there. But I kind of see a scenario where Oda's not going to finish Zoro's fight without also finishing Sanji's fight concurrently. So this is tough. I don't know what Oda's plan is for Denjiro. And it really kind of boils down to whoever the storeroom silhouette is, whether it's Toki or Hiyori. And of course, I've been leaning more towards Hiyori these days. I've been saying that. So Kazuto, I've been very vocal that I wanted to see Luffy low diff like a commander before I really wanted to believe him, you know, being able to take out a Yonko, but I think, see, the thing with progression, and I think I mentioned this last week, is it always seems fast weekly, which is strange, right? Because it's so slow and, you know, it's going week by week. But I always end up feeling different when I do like a rewatch of the anime or I do a reread. When I'm able to sort of power through everything, most of the time I feel like everything was earned and justified and we got there in, like, you know, the right time. It's like Oda's pacing always feels off right at the start, but then you let it breathe and you see where he's going and you kind of step back and then you're like, okay. And I'm hoping that that's the same case with this. Now, I don't know what I wanted. I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, you know, before Luffy split the skies, I think I wanted something else to sort of solidify him as like being that great pirate. Because by splitting the skies and doing what he's doing right now, like in my own headcanon, that he's ready to meet Shanks. That's what Shanks' message has always meant to me, I guess. It's just like that level, that tier, and he's there now. So now we can meet Shanks and we can really get into the end game of the story, which is just wild. And I guess there's a bittersweet nature to that as well, because it's kind of like letting that, that copium settle in and just sort of understand that, yeah, we really are. We're getting there. Like, there's not that much more that Luffy can do to propel himself. Awakening another gear, maybe, but I mean, like, he's at the pinnacle of hockey right now. Until we see something else. Something that beats it. Bill said, Randy, do you believe the theory that Odin's dad is still alive and is actually Tangayama Hitetsu? Well, I've never heard that one before. We talk about that a lot here. Yes, he's alive, and Hitetsu is Sukiyaki. I'm confirming it.
Savage.
That was well timed. Thanks, AJ. Worker. Kind of hoping that he's Sora's, Sanji's mom's brother. It'd be interesting. Now, I've heard this before, actually. But I never heard Sora. I always heard, what if he was Judge's brother? And a lot of people were talking about that when it was revealed that Queen was a blonde, right? They were just like, oh, Andy's got these cybernetics. Oh, he's, and I think that's why no one was really surprised when there was that connection, when it was confirmed, because everybody was talking about it for so long. And obviously, because of the hierarchy and the way that Oda always structures things, Sanji versus Queen seemed inevitable as well. It'd be cool. I'm always down for deeper connections with characters. That's why I was rooting so hard for Kokoro and what's his name? Triceracopter. Sasuke. That's why I wanted them to have that connection. Because then it would give Frankie a good character moment. I want these character moments. That's what I live for. And, when it comes to One Piece. Like, I want these developments. And I'm just not getting enough of them in Wano. They're like sprinkled, but they're like, just one little off-put lines. And Oda's not really like hitting home on it. And I'm really hoping that he does. That it's just, he's doing what he normally does and he's just laying the breadcrumbs for something later. Having a further connection, maybe, but I mean, it seems like King is now being, poised to be the person that has a deeper connection to someone, which that I haven't seen theorized. So if that is the case, I'm all for it. Dizza said, Randy, I've never heard you mention this Sukiyaki theory. Could you explain it to me? Sarcastically. Yeah. Bill said, why would Toei use the same VA? Exactly. We were talking about it before that. That was just sort of a nail in the coffin, to put it on the board, really. Let's see. Safama said, if the raid fails, Wano's better than Marineford. I mean, I'd have to see the raid fail, how it fails, and at the end the arc ends, and then judge. But Eni's lobby, more than anything.
Another one.
Shout out to Mr. Venator. Rejoin the... Dizza said, how sure are you that Kiku and Kinemon are dead now? I mean, Momonosuke, like, asking for their strength, that's kind of a... I mean, that's kind of a... That was a moment there, you know? That was a little hint that Oda was, like, kind of throwing out, saying, like, hey, you know, get ready, guys. This is what we're dealing with here. A lot of people in the chat saying Onigashima is better than Marineford. I'll wait until the anime comes out and One Piece fixes it, and then I'll watch both of them and decide. Wano's a mega arc at this point, Kaido-sama said. Yeah. What? Oh, what are you talking about? This Heat on Feet shirt? Because you know we have the merch, which the link is below in the description. All right, we got the new Kaizoku shirts in the style of Supreme. You know, shout out to the merch. You know, we got the Heat on Feet, we got the aprons, we got the I Heart OP stuff, we got Savage shirts, all of that. You can go and get that. If you're talking about this, I forget. Nick can't snipe. I know Oda is jumping around to get to these fights, and Wano really isn't focusing on things that much, but I wish we saw Zoro actually break the mask. Yeah, you know, I mean, it would have made for more dialogue this week, I think. But Oda as a writer is always a fan of mystery, and he wants that like cliffhanger that brings you back next week, and answering that question right at the end. You know, Oda writes as if we're not coming back next week. We are. We're always coming back. But it's not a bad habit to be in. It's just it just works better on a volume level and yeah, it just works better on a volume level. So you can sort of speed through it. You know, you start reading the volume, you're like, oh, wow, that's the end of the chapter? Oh, I can't wait to see boop, boop. Oh, 3 chapters later, oh, there it is. Oh, man. Shout out to Mr. Venator. Said, red line, over 10K deep, 10K tall. Mariana Trench, over 10K deep, shaped like a crescent moon. Think there's anything to it? Interesting. I mean, we know that Oda draws from real life, so whether he had the Mariana Trench in mind when he was developing the red line, who knows? But the fact that the numbers are the same, there's probably something to that. I might have to look into different things about the Mariana Trench and see if there's something to pull from that like feeds into the story and the the overall narrative. Let's see. Whew. Chin said Wano is closing to 150 chapters? Are you serious? Have we really been... Have we been here that long? I mean, honestly, it's been the Wano arc since Punk Hazard as far as I'm concerned, so we've been here for a decade. I'm ready to move on. Yeah, let's see. Fabric of Time is unraveling. Is the stream crashing? You know, this is something that happened when I first started streaming. I was trying to do too much within the stream. That I have too many videos and different layers in OBS. I'm gonna remove some of them. I'm gonna delete the snippet of Heat on Feet. That might help. Stuff like deleting stuff helped last time. Act 3 will be going on until they find One Piece. Yeah. Shanks is going to make his move this year. Right? God. I remember the year of Sanji. 2 years later. That was the year. And Oda called... Whatever year Oda called the year of Sanji, it was not that year. How long would Act 4 even be? Not as long. It would be equal or around. Structure-wise, it would make sense to be about as long as Act 2, which was fairly long, and then you would have the epilogue for it all, which would be around the same as Act 1, which was reasonably short. Wano's reached Dressrosa levels of pacing in the anime, yeah. That's why we have One Piece, people. That's why we have it, Anybody that ever wants to do a rewatch, series ends or even before, consider it. You're going to enjoy it. I guarantee it. I will say that Wano does have better pacing than Dressrosa. It also has better animation. It's just, it looks better, So that's at least better. Kazuto said, Randy, you mentioned my question, but the video skipped. Can you please repeat? What do you think about Luffy's progress? Oh, that was a while back. I was saying that I think on a rewatch it'll probably seem right at the speed that it needs to be. But I would have liked something more. I would have liked something additional to really sort of settle into Luffy's new role as this strong guy. I want to see him. I just want to see Luffy take out someone of notable strength very easily. Not a Yonko, not an Emperor. That's why I wanted him to take out Jack, but it didn't happen. I feel like that would have helped the pacing. That would have helped people sort of ease into Luffy's growth a bit more. But Oda is on a path. He wants to finish the story. He wants to retire. He wants to hang out with his family. But he still has different things that he's got to do, so he's just throwing Luffy at Kaido. MM said, watched non-One Piece, but still good, except for the Rebecca flashbacks. Yeah, if you watch the Dressrosa version, the One Piece version of Dressrosa, the Rebecca flashback happens once. just as it should. Happy belated birthday. AJ said retirement's nice. I hope Oda can enjoy his. I hope you're enjoying yours. So. Oh man, I'm going to take another look at this chapter. Let's see if a little bit of time away for that recontextualizes something. Let's see if we see anything new here. I love the cover page. That's canon. Man, just seeing my boy Perispero laying down. I don't know. At least he's on his back, you know. He's not eating grass. Oh man. Luffy and Kaido. Yamato struggling. Seeming confirmation that Kiku and Kinemon are dead. Luffy wrapping his neck around Kaido was great. Confirmation that Momo's going to hold up Onigashima. Hold on one second, guys. Ugh. Had to get my smokes, AJ. Ugh. Chrissy needed something. Let's see. I love the stakes. I love the stakes. I love this stuff about Onigashima being a bomb now. That's gonna amp this arc up to a new level. So this was a good setup. You know, some people might read this chapter and feel like nothing happened, but that's a big deal. That's a bigger deal than we're letting on. You know, obviously Onigashima falling was always looming and it was always going to be a problem, but the fact that it's a bomb now also, and the weapons and all that stuff, unless the Revolutionary Army has already been in Wano. Shout out to Andres. And they have dismantled the weapons while all of this was happening. Right? Then they would feel safe. They could just drop it and it would be okay. Because they got the weapons out of there. That would be a way for Oda to get out of here. We got Zoro using his up B. Oh, man. You know, if Zoro ends up being related to King, then that means that Zoro is going to be able to use fire too, and that's the part that I don't know about. But it's like the way that it's set up, and it's like what's beneath the mask. It's like it really just makes me wonder if his hair is green. Like that's it. I don't know. That's why you would stop. Maxo said, shot of Revolutionary Army somehow dismantling gunpowder in the sky. Yep. Jin said, when is Chrissy coming back to screen? we'll get Chrissy in here, and you know, it's if we do it all the time, then it's not special, right? Maxo said Randy got to flip the meatballs. I wonder what is for dinner today. You know, break the apron out. more king as Gin. I would love that. I would love that. But it would be, where did Gin get all of this power? But then, I mean, at the same time, where did the Straw Hats get this power then? MM said, Randy, did you see Three Bull's theory about Green Bull? I have not. He said, I don't know if it was you who connected Green Bull and Ushimaru. I was not the person who connected Green Bull and Ushimaru. I have never put those two together. I know that Morge made a video about that, and I've seen it come up on my Discord, but I'm in the Ushimaru's dead camp, you know, unless King is Ushimaru. But then, like I said, Zoro's a Lunarian, and then that's weird. And then Sanji's got the heat on feet, and Zoro's going to have the heat on swords, and Luffy's going to have the heat on hands, and it's going to be heat on everything. Cue the heat on feet song. Oh, man. Yamil Diaz, and what if CP0 makes Onigashima blow up prematurely to take out both sides? This is his agenda. This is Yamil's agenda to end One Piece in the next, like, 5 chapters. The end.
Savage.
Oh, God. Heat on everything. Emil said Nami's got the heat on Rod. Yep. Brooks got the heat on Soul. Frankie's got the heat on Bullets. Oh no, the heat on Breath. Frankie's got heat on Breath. What am I talking about? Chopper really doesn't have heat on anything, right? Who else has heat? Joker said heat on Rod. Pause. Right. Yeah, because it actually makes more. It's actually more accurate to say that Nami's got heat on balls, right? Heat ball, cool ball, black balls. Oda. Red Phoenix said, "Let's start a poll. Who's going to crash this party?" Nah, that's interesting. We haven't done a poll in a while. All right. Got a little poll going. Let's see. Damn, AJ. Savage. Said Going Mary's got the heat on everything. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right. I wish you guys could see the poll results as they happen on my side. It's very interesting when it happens. Ooh, there was some. It was actually looking quite cultured. Now I'm concerned. But the overwhelming majority, no one has, only 5% of people have hit Grand Fleet, and I do not expect the Grand Fleet to show up at all. So, good on you guys. Revolutionaries were crushing, but now Marines are in the lead. So, I still feel that the Revolutionaries need to show up. And honestly, the poll is in the order of the people that I... Really, it's in the order of who I'd like to see. So, Revolutionaries, Blackbeard, Marines, Grand Fleet. But, yeah. Alright, we got 75 votes. I'm going to end it there. That was fun. Marines won, then the Revolutionaries, Blackbeard 21%, Grand Fleet 3%, Revolutionaries 31%, Marines 42%. I don't need the Marines to show up though. But, you know, it's just so much has been set up, right? Because the Revolutionaries have the whole thing with Dressrosa and the weapons and everything, and, you know, I've gone into why they really could show up in the sword video, but I might do my own video on that again. Just focusing on that aspect of it. Blackbeard, you know, he was in both of the in-between, you know, act breaks. So Moria's got a chance, but then there was the whole chapter Ultimate where they were talking about coming to Wano with the Marines, so it's a possibility. Giovanni Velez spitting. Revs better show up or we'll make 0 sense in the story. Yeah, I agree. Shout out to Jaffiend. Chin said no Shanks. Come on, man. I mean, they only give me 4 shots. I mean, I guess I could have put Shanks over Grand Fleet, but I mean, I don't expect Shanks to show up either, but I mean, he could show up and make more sense than the Grand Fleet showing up. Shout out to JA650.
Savage.
Said, you guys are forgetting about Moriarty. Oh, Moria. Yeah. He has motive to show up and he wants revenge. Yeah, so basically, as far as that poll was concerned, Moria would be included with Blackbeard because it had a little bit of hiccup there, but it says that OBS has reconnected. Sorry about that, guys. Should be back. Chad Elmer said, speaking of Zoro getting heat on sword with the potential king relation, didn't he with the final blow? Never got what was up with that. Yeah, you know, that's a good question. I think that might have more to do with Ryuma's soul and his shadow, I mean, and Moria's power. I kind of chalked that up to that, but it might be worth revisiting. Might be worth taking a look back at it. Shout out to Anime Ebonics. Yeah. Shout out to Maxatron 244. Never got what was up with that. Let's see. Yeah, could you imagine? Shout out to Jonathan Giroux. Could you imagine all 3 swords on fire? Shout out to Marco. This is how many more people will subscribe to get their name read? Jin said Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, that was probably like an autocorrect on their part. Giovanni said Morge needs to put his internet back and give Randy the one Morge stole. Yeah, we're having... Man. Morge, give me my internet back. But either way, I'm just having fun. Let's see. Yeah, we're at the hour 50 mark. Yeah, so we'll probably wrap things up soon. If anybody else has some more, any other burning questions or things that we want to talk about, I think I've covered just about everything that I planned to for this chapter. Well, I mean, not that I plan anything when I come into this. But I think the analysis for this video, for this chapter, is going to be pretty quick. And yeah, let's see what else. We're going to do the drip stream highlights. I'm going to cut that together. I'm making the music video for the Heat on Feet stuff. It's going to be funny. I don't know. And
Savage.
Ascension Allmaker said Zoro gets his own Katakuri fight with King. I'm here for it. I feel like Zoro's not going to take 11 hours, nor do they have 11 hours or however long it was that Luffy and Katakuri fought. But yeah. I'd say that's kind of what's going to happen. But Oda's going to basically one-pace himself.
Savage.
Shout out to Adam Nash. Vivi as the pheasant. Thought. Her weapon. Peacock slashers. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. That'd be cool, but there's no setup for it. I think Oda, I've been seeing a lot of talk about Hiyori being the pheasant, and I like that the most. It would make sense for it to be Marco, but Marco, like I've said a couple of times, just hasn't really shown that he wants to have skin in this game. He's just like, hey guys, I'm here. Oh, you need to get up there? Cool, fly ya. Alright. Yeah, I'll fight this guy for a little bit. Okay, he hurt me. I'm gonna just hang out over here for a second. Okay. Alright. I'll get back in there in a second, guys. But I mean, up top, you got that. You got that. Pops just told me make sure you don't die, so I'm just, I'm on the bench. But instead, I'd like to see Marco, upset. Man, this guy, killed my homie, killed Odin. I'm here for a reason. Let's really throw hands. So I'm a little disappointed with Marco's motivation. Randy, have you watched Uteron's new subtitle chapter, Pun Analysis? I don't really... I don't really watch a lot of other people. I used to watch videos before I started making my own. But now I'm kind of at the point where I don't really want other people's headcanons and things to mix with mine. If someone brings me a good idea, I'll be like, oh yeah, but it's I didn't even watch that Ohara theory that was put out that has like 2 million views on it, because I don't really care about the, you know, I don't want to watch theories about the One Piece. Like, you can talk about the end game, because I don't think that getting the One Piece is the end of the story. I think it's like a pivotal moment, but it's also the moment that Oda has known about since starting the story. So it's like, it's the one thing I don't want to crack. I want him to surprise me. And then I think I watched like one Uteron video, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he's kind of approaching things from like sort of the same way that I am, but he's using number puns, and I'm just following the clues in the story. But the number puns are interesting. You know, I don't know if he, you know, thought about it. He probably mentioned it. You know, I had brought up that, you know, there was an obvious number pun in 1023 with 2-3, Ni-san, which means brother. And then, you know, and like older brother. And then that was the chapter that Momonosuke aged up, so. Yeah. Mr. Venator, thank you. He said, think Luffy will need a weapon. Like all the Yonko have to fight Blackbeard due to Yami Yami nullification. Well, I think Luffy learning all of this hockey and you know, and being able to hit someone from far away, his punch literally becoming a pistol like he said it would in chapter 1. I think with that alone, he's just not, he won't have to rely on his stretching, because it's just going to be about hands and maybe awakening. So I think it's just going to have to be a different thing. You know, as long as Luffy's got his powerful, you know, chakras, he'll be able to throw some kicks and throw some punches. That's all he needs. Sandal Boy. Let's see, catching up on the chat, and then I think I'm gonna wrap things up here, guys. You know, once I feel adequately caught up. Yeah, Marco's here for the show. Finished rewatching Beppo anime yet? What Beppo anime? Beppo got his own spin-off? I didn't hear about this. What are you talking about? Dust Bucket, what's up, man? Thanks for all the algorithm comments. I appreciate you, man. Copyright. Do you think that Kaido has an awakened devil fruit, since he's the strongest man in the world? I mean, he should. He should be like a proficient, extremely proficient user of his fruit. If those duds as guards in Impel Down can be awakened, then yes, Kaido has an awakened form. Oh, Bebop. Bebop. Chrissy and I started watching episode 1. She's actually never seen it. Cowboy Bebop, because I am going to do my rewatch before the live action comes out. because I want to be able to, when I do content on the live action, I want to have it fresh. And I really probably haven't seen the series since it was on Adult Swim years and years ago. So. The origin of Beppo. Yeah, Chrissy, they're talking about Bebop. Jin had a typo. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into it. Toei, we heard you, One Piece fans. You love Beppo. You love him. Well, you're gonna love this. You know what's crazy? Chrissy and I we went to a mall recently, and there was like a store, and it had next to no One Piece merchandise in it, except for the fact that it had a Beppo stuffed animal, and I'm just like, how is this character this popular? How? How is he this popular? He has done nothing but say, "Savage. Aye, aye, Captain." That's it. He like kicked some fodder Marines around, pretends that he, moves a submarine, and that's it. Is his design cool? I guess, but I mean, if you were at the, the drip stream, we definitely called out all of Law's crew for having no drip. Okay? 0 drip. Alright? They had the cell block defits. Okay? They all look like they just did a bid. And Law is one of the drippiest characters, just hands down. Alright? Got passed down, inherited drip. Right? There's inherited will, there's inherited drip. He got inherited drip from Corazon, but he didn't give any of that game to his crew. So, I can't even say the design is good. All this Beppo talk. Barry said Law is a very strict code. No one on that ship can have more drip than him. Yeah, he's got a very strict code because they're all Marines. Okay? And he is the Marine captain. And they're all wearing generic uniforms. Aye, Captain. Who else talks to their pirate captain like that? They talk to him like he is their superior officer. Yes, I'm getting into agenda. It's agenda time. Jax Helton said, "Really, Beppo merch? I see more things for Beppo than a lot of characters. And I have a lot of merch. I see a lot of merch. So, yeah. Dizza said, Randy hating hard right now. Hey, I like, he's cool. He's cute, but, it's just for the amount of, community appeal, like, you would expect Oda to make the character a little more featured, like, where is Sulong Beppo? How about a Beppo fight? Like, that's supposed to be Law's Zoro? Where is he? Okay? Because Kid's Zoro, Kid's first mate, Killer, is fighting another one of the supernovas. Beppo is hanging out with, like, Heat and Wire. I don't know. I just want more. I want more. He's not giving me enough. Alright. Chapter 1027 stream. AKA the Beppo stream. Giovanni said Beppo Solo's killer. Yeah, well, I need to see that. Sulong Beppo versus Killer. Who wins? All right. Before I end the stream, we're doing a poll. It's happening. All right. There we go. Who wins? Beppo or Killer? All right. If anybody can't see the poll, that's what it says. And don't worry, because it's not showing you what anybody's voting anyway. Only I can see that. Are you serious? It's 60% Beppo right now, 40% Killer, like 50 votes. Well, this is funny. I mean, you know, this is what I expected. You know, of course we're gonna go with the meme response here, right? That's what they expect from us. We got the memes here. Mr. Venator, I like this. He said, Beppo responds, I can't fight, Captain. Yeah, I know. It's a good one. I like that. Beppo D Beer. All this Beppo stuff. This is wild. This is wild. Alright. Poll's over. Stop the count. Stream's about to end. We'll let it get up there a little bit. And then that's it. I want to thank everybody for joining me today. As always, there's no break this week. So we're going to be here for 10:28 for hopefully some more Zoro action. Hopefully some Sanji action. As far as 10:28 spoilers, I mean, I really just want some Zoro and Sanji stuff. If we get other things that are different, I'm here for it. You know, I mean, Oda's at the point of the story where predicting exactly what's going to happen in the next chapter is hard because there's so many threads that are going on that it's more easy to predict, like, this is going to happen within the next couple of chapters. Like, this is the way the story's going to go. Is it going to happen next week? Who knows? But yeah. We got the heat on memes. Nice. And yeah. Oh, Chrissy, she's my plug right here. And check out Randy's Blackbeard video that dropped yesterday. It's fantastic. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you. I'm glad you liked my video. Maxo said Randy's Blackbeard video was awesome. Thanks for watching, man. Yeah, please watch that video. Dueling Fates. Put a lot of work into it. Probably should have waited until like a Monday or a Tuesday to put it out, but as always, I get done with it and I just want to throw it out, and it's a Thursday, and then the chapter comes out, and nobody cares about a theory that came out on a Thursday when on Friday the chapter's out, and everybody wants to talk about the chapter. But I put out a video, guys. I did it. I did it for you. Yeah. So, thanks to everybody that's already watched it. Share it. Share it. Want to see, talk in the comments. Let's get a conversation going. You know, there's some takes in there, people. There's some takes. All right. Yep. A lot of stuff planned. Spooky season. October. You know, October's very own. Drake got that from me. So, you know, I always feel my best when it's October. So, you know, you're gonna get high energy all the way to the end of the month, and maybe even the following week. Yeah. So, Giovanni said, I watched it and I feel you're wrong. That's cool. I want that too. I want to know that. I want to know all of that. The thumbnail drop scared you. Sorry. Yeah. Like the stream, comment below, subscribe if you haven't, and that's it. I'm done. This was fun. As always. I'll see you guys. Oh, and remember, if you do want some merch, guys, it's 20% off until the end of the day. The store does its own thing. It you know, puts promos out. Probably would have blasted it out. I think it's been out for like 3 days or something. But yeah, 20% off. I mean, that's cool. I'm going to get some stuff for myself now that I know that that's going to be like that. And yeah, the new Kaizaku stuff is out. Also, the Spread Shop, the company or whatever, reached out to me. And they are going to be hooking me up with a way to make shipping cheaper for anybody in the EU and anybody that's international. So, because they know that they saw how international the audience is and they reached out. So they're putting a way for that to happen. So I'm working on that. By next week, I'm going to have that. So anybody that is international, that is not in the United States, or anything that may have had some shipping issues or anything like that, that's going to get cleared up real soon. So thanks again, guys. And I'll catch you later.